And there was a point where I actually went to the doctors and I was a borderline diabetic because I ate that much sugar, that much crap. I had high blood pressure, and we're talking about a 17-year-old kid. Okay, so going through school, I was very, what you could say, a very hyperactive young man, full of energy, full of life, never could concentrate in class, was always causing a disturbance. I was that kid. So in year 11 was my last year of school. Went and looked for a job, found 3 or 4 jobs, found the closest one to home, which was a job in the council. When I became a mechanic, my life involved junk food, drinking, smoking, partying, taking drugs, and it was just an ugly lifestyle. So I lost my health. And there was a point where I actually went to the doctors and I was a borderline diabetic because I ate that much sugar, that much crap. I had high blood pressure, and we're talking about a 17-year-old kid. It was terrible. So, I stayed in that lifestyle for a while, then I found another job, and in between there, me and my friends, we booked a cruise. And I was out of shape. I had pimples, I looked terrible. And obviously being a young kid, you're into girls, and I wanted to be popular with the girls. So lucky I had a friend that ran a supplement shop, and he wrote me a diet. So he said, follow this and do it, go to the gym, this is what you need to do. So I did. Next day I went to the gym, followed exactly what he told me to do. And as the weeks progressed, I started finding myself having a passion for training and for eating, and my body was changing and people starting to notice me. And as a young man, that means a lot, like attention, and the girls were starting to look at me, and I was like, wow. And I just loved being in the gym. And over a space of 3 months, I transformed my body into a fat slob that was high blood pressure with cholesterol, bad skin, into something that looked really good, that was fit and healthy, and it totally transformed my life. And that was a big turning point for me. It was like, what, I'm really enjoying this. Why don't I do this as a career or start to learn about it? And I found myself leaving my work to be in the gym. And while I was in the gym, I'd be helping people, spotting people, giving them advice on training and nutrition, etc. And back then, there were no personal trainers. Madonna had a personal trainer, Michael Jackson had a personal trainer. No one was going to pay you to train them. So I spent 2 years picking up weights and helping people in the gym before I actually made any money from this. I'd learn every magazine, every course that I could get my hands on. I'd want to learn and absorb as much as I can so I could help people. I had a passion for helping people. I'd walk into the gym and you'd help someone lose weight, or you start changing their life, or you got them off, stop taking medication or something like that. It created a fire in my heart. You know what I mean? I was really passionate about it, and that's what led me into my career as a health and fitness guru. 2 years into my career as a personal trainer, I got headhunted to go overseas and work with a company in London, which was a really cool experience. I was like, okay, I remember sitting there thinking, should I do it, shouldn't I do it? And I was the type of person that, I loved my training, I loved my work, but I actually didn't have any stories to tell. And it was like, what, this is a great opportunity. I can go to London, study in an academy in Watford, and learn Pilates and yoga and all sorts of cool stuff that they wanted to teach me, and stay in a special place, and it would give me an opportunity to tell stories. And like I said, obviously broadened my horizon. I got approached to go overseas and work, in a career that I was passionate about. Like it was a dream come true. So I went overseas and we started, learning, and I started, Pilates Institute of London and, spin and yoga at the time. I started to broaden my horizons there. And then the company had a division in cruise ships. So then I went on a cruise ship and started doing health and fitness on cruise ships. And then, in my spare time, I'd only work 3 months on, 3 months off, and then I'd go work with athletes in America, or, it was a great opportunity because I got to learn and work with the best in the world. My company would actually pay me to go and learn with whoever's doing the best at the time, whether it be movement, strength and conditioning, Olympic weightlifting, gymnastics. So I was very fortunate that, I got to learn so much. Then in my travel, I was overseas for 8 years. And in my 8 years of travel and learning and experimenting and going to different gyms, I was fortunate enough to go to some of the best training facilities in the world. So I had a dream and a passion that I wanted to bring that back home to Australia. So I took the best concepts and ideas from all the gyms that I'd worked in around the world, and also the things that I didn't like, and I wanted to create a space that was new and innovative in Australia, because before RevX started in Australia, or Revolution X, my company, there was nothing. There was your normal gyms where you just go in, train, and it was nothing. You got no help, no guidance, no assistance, anything. So, and the training was just normal bodybuilding training. So I wanted to bring something new to the country and inspire people, and I wanted to create a change in the fitness industry in Australia. So I mapped out an ultimate performance center, and it had a running track in there with cameras monitoring the way people run, with sleds, and a functional area functional open space where people could train, and it was all coached. And everything that I hated from the gyms, where people were sitting on their phones and no one giving a crap about who walks in the door, you're just a number to them. I didn't want that in my gym. I wanted a place which is motivating, inspiring, where people can come and lift, where everybody knew each other's names, they gave a high five to each other. Didn't matter what color, what age, what race, what religion you were, everyone was safe, everyone was happy. And that was the whole premise of Revolution X, the performance center. The first rate was $60 a week, because you were actually getting coached. There was nutritional advice, and we'd make sure you get your goals from start to finish. And that was the magic behind Revolution X, and that's what drove me and fueled my fire. And that's why I was so driven to make it such a success, this business. And my passion for training.